that ass up.
Get up and get turned up with Dede in the Morning.
We get wild, yeah.
K104 Hip Hop and R&B. Good morning, everybody. It's Dede in the Morning, along with Lady Jade and comedian Michael Sean. So I got to tell y'all something right now. You know, I came in right around Thanksgiving. Remember this, Jade? I came in and I was telling you guys about, I said, oh my gosh, I saw some folks singing around a piano.
You did.
And it was
You did.
amazing, right? And when I realized who it was, I was like, oh my God, I want y'all to listen to the singing that they were doing on Instagram. Listen.
Somebody need to sign them.
I know it. That's what I said. Let me tell you something right now. They are here in the studio.
Yes, they are.
Y'all got to give it up for Tamela and Dede Mann.
Hey.
Good morning. This is a really big deal because we grew up watching you guys and play.
Yeah, really.
Now y'all done made us feel old. Let's go.
What y'all trying to
Oh my
say?
God.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Yeah,
I like
We've been
I
around a
like the
minute.
energy in here. This is good energy.
Thank you.
Yeah, we try to
Sometimes
have
you go
fun.
to the interviews and like, yes, welcome to the.
Really?
Yeah.
So how did you like working with?
We'll get there. We'll go there.
We will get there.
But I'm going to be honest with you. I was trolling on Instagram, and when I saw that, somebody had posted it, and I went to your page. I was like, oh my gosh. So who was it? Erica Campbell was there?
Erica,
You guys,
Eric and Warren.
what was going on? Yeah, he was on the piano. Warren was on the piano.
We were doing a Christmas with the Mans, and we were doing it for TBN.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Man,
okay.
we ain't got that talent in my house.
Tell Michael Sean what TBN is. by the way.
TBN, it's the Lord.
It's a Christian. It's a
Broadcasting
Christian
Network.
church.
Trinity Broadcasting Network.
Oh, yeah.
When Dede saw you guys singing, you actually inspired her to visit church. Now I don't think she went.
I
but-
did. I went that one
She
day.
went by the church.
You went that one day.
Right,
I went
yeah.
that one day, and they were like, "What you doing here?" I was like, "I know." I was like, "I know, right?"
No, but this really is unfair because your family and your friends are so full of so much talent.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Man, we were having a good time. It's a
We
Christmas
did.
special that they're airing, and so we just let him come in our kitchen and we did a little cooking and
yeah.
a little
And
singing.
y'all cook?
And we cooked.
Dang,
the
we
front
didn't
door.
get that invite.
Man.
Dede always does this thing and says when God produced these certain human beings,
Oh, yeah.
he kisses certain ones on the forehead and says,
Go to her.
my child, go
Go.
be great. She
Go.
said that she kind of slipped a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, "Give me a kiss."
Well, basically,
But y'all got kids.
I can say I am Jesus spoiled brat. I am.
he kissed Dede and said, "Do the best you can. Just do the best you can."
Go down there and do what you do.
You're doing good.
You
He's still
are
blessing
tremendously blessed.
you. He's
Yeah.
blessing you. Look what you're doing.
So I'm going to tell y'all, he left the studio. Where'd he go? You know,
Who, Jesus?
No.
I hope
no, he's
not.
here.
No, he better be here. We need him.
Man. No, our producer, White Gary. There is one song. Wait.
I'm
y'all-
Black David, by
White
the way.
Gary.
Yeah, White Gary. There he is.
White Gary.
Gary has a song that he loves singing.
What's your song, Gary?
Gary, come on, let him know the one song that you love.
What's your song?
Of
He
Tamela.
talking
Did
clearing
he
it.
clear
He
his
clearing his
throat?
throat.
Yeah, why?
He's clearing his throat. You
This
need
is favorite.
Take me to the king.
Yes!
I don't have much to say.
No.
Bring,
I sound
bring.
like Bono singing it.
You mean bring. You don't have much to bring. You don't have much to sing,
You
maybe?
were great.
You don't have,
We don't want you to go to the king right now.
Stay
Stay
with
with
us.
us.
Exactly.
Everybody, we are talking to Tamela and Dede Mann, and they are here because you guys have a joint album and a book out on marriage. And I saw you posted that about y'all were in the airport and you're all happy. Your book was sitting right there. Was it
Yeah.
next to Michelle Obama?
Wow.
Yes.
Next to Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
Stephen
Yes.
King and
That's
Michelle
big.
Obama.
Wow.
We just country Fort Worth people. What are we doing in here?
We done made it.
We're excited about it. I mean, our thing is to encourage as many families to stay together, many couples to stay together as we can. I know it's rough out here in these streets, but you can do it. It's been 30 years for us, and this is our 30-year journey.
Congratulations.
Y'all been married 30 years.
30
30
years,
years.
no separation.
And
We-
y'all work together.
Yes,
we work
and I'm
together.
in love with this dude.
Oh my God, still?
I like
Still.
him. Yes, and
Yeah,
I
that's
like
the
him.
difference. You like him.
I like
Yes.
him, and I'm in love with him.
I wanted to be when my
Well,
woman
why
see me coming. I wanted to know that we're gonna have a party. We're gonna have a good time.
But why did Dede do like this?
I had to hold my head because when you said 30 years and you still like, girl, I've been in it 8 years. I'm still going,
You can do it. You can do
You
it.
can make it.
I mean, but like anything, you have ups and downs. And I mean, marriage is, again, it's hard work. I mean, this is one thing. I mean, we've kind of helped each other along the way.
Okay.
I tell marriage is the hardest job you'll ever have.
Jade, let him know.
But it is the most gratifying job.
That's
My
great.
marriage only lasted a year, unfortunately.
Yeah, she was in and out.
I'll tell you what.
You know what I'm saying?
We're going to take a break.
Because we need some relationship advice.
Yes, we do.
Okay, we got to take
Hold
a
up,
break.
excuse me, Dede.
What?
I think Tamela just laughed at me.
I did not laugh. I was
That was a straight.
hand over my face. Like,
She giggled.
It was a hardcore giggle. Like it was.
I hate to hear breakup.
In her mind, she called it a B word.
We're here talking to David and Tamela Mann, and they have the book, Us Against the World, The Secrets, Our Secrets to Love, Marriage, and Family.
Yes.
What is the number one secret? Please, 30 years of marriage.
Well, our number one secret is we still in love. I mean, and two, that it can work.
And
How,
she's my priority. I make her a priority.
I love that.
That's
With
the
everything
key.
that you see we're doing, you know,
Right.
whether it's television or whatever, she's my priority. Everything it comes back to her. I never try to put anything in front of her. And if anything ever gets in our way, we're quitting.
Okay, I have a question for you then. Did you both have examples of this at home? Did your parents stay together?
No, we both
No.
had, you know what, we both had seen some breakups.
Okay,
yes. Mama
okay.
my mom had two husbands to die, but then one she
Okay.
did divorce.
Okay, okay. Your mama got married 3 times?
But two of them died, so
Okay.
she was free.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. What about you? Your family?
3 breakups.
Really?
Like, I seen a whole bunch of stuff. And so, no, I never seen really like those examples of like, this is how it should be done.
Did you guys ever consider divorce, or in your marriage, do you say divorce is not an option? You hear people say
Divorce
that.
is not an option. I
Dang.
mean, that's on the table.
Now, we
That was
say
at the top.
divorce is not an option, but if somebody knocking you upside your head,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Run.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But for us, I mean, it was like straight out the top. We're gonna work through whatever. Now, I mean, that's what happened. Again, we're not trying to paint a perfect picture here
Right.
because we have had some ups and downs. I mean, of course, you was like, man, I forget this, but it's like,
Yeah, there have been times when it was like,
I really want in my relationship, I want this to work.
Wow.
And
How do you keep from the competition? You guys are both successful in your own right, and you work together. So there are certain times in your career that, David, you have, the spotlight's on you, and in Tamela, sometimes the spotlight's on you.
Oh, good question.
How do you guys balance that? Because ego can play a part sometimes, right?
It can, but I think for me, it's something that I always prayed for. I wanted somebody in and doing the same things I was doing. So it wasn't no question of having to, like you say, juggle it and like, well, I got to be here and I do this and I do that. But we doing it together. So it's like no jealousy thing because it's like, we push each other.
Nice.
Acting is his thing, singing is mine, so we get to live in each other's
and we
world.
genuinely root for each other. Like, if
Wow.
the spotlight's on her,
Yeah,
I don't want to be in the light. I want to step
back,
away.
like-
She's always, like, if she's winning an award, like, we literally, when she won the Grammy, y'all, this is how it went.
I was like,
Tamela Mann. And I said, go get it. No, I want you to come. We're arguing. Like, dear,
come with
this is not my time. This is your
Okay,
time.
y'all too sweet and cute.
No,
Wait,
you're a great man because I'm going up. I'm like,
you want to share that spotlight?
yeah, and I need some shout outs. Look.
And I was so dumbfounded by the whole thing. I didn't get any videos, any pictures or nothing. Because I'm sitting up there crying just, you good.
Where'd y'all meet? Where'd you meet?
my best friend introduced us in high school. She had a chorus class with David. She introduced us, and she brought me to the school to sing for them. Because actually it was David, Kirk Franklin,
and
our-
Darryl Blair.
Darryl Blair, our pastor now.
Okay.
So it's
Wow.
like all of them was singing together. She was like, I got somebody who can out sing y'all. So
She
took
did,
me
and
to
she
the-
did.
But I was just going to just sing. I was like, what?
Wow.
And
And
so-
then we became friends.
So
We
when
were
did
ju-
you know? When did you know she was the one and he was the one?
I mean, it kind of grew into that. It wasn't like, I just kind of seen how she just handled herself. And one thing that I knew, because I had a daughter before, and whenever I would bring a young lady to my daughter, I was mean. Watch this. I would give
It was
my
not
child to the young lady, and my daughter would like do the, all right, we'll see you. We won't be back. But with her, she was like, she was on her, like it was like her mom or something. And so
Wow.
I was like, all right, I think I'm going to keep her.
That's amazing. I have to ask you this, David. The character you play on TV, where did you develop that character? Because it's so over the top. Was there like somebody you knew?
Some family members.
Really?
Yes. I won't say no names, but some family members. You know, we all had them crazy uncles and cousins in the family. Yeah. So they're stuck in the 70s and just say everything wrong.
But it seems like such an exhausting character. Did you ever just get tired of it? Because you like 1,000 miles an hour every scene.
God, you know,
he's always on 10.
Really?
Even early in the morning, I'll be like, "Sir,
sit down."
No, she would literally wake up and say, "Ugh."
Say, my roommate sound like a big wood rat. He just makes so much noise. Because I sleep in the morning and he gets up early in the morning.
I'm an early riser.
So I'm like, oh my God, please, babe. I used to tell him some house shoes that he had sound like church shoes. Take off them church shoes, walking through on this floor. Like, but I mean, we really have a good time, guys. We really do enjoy each other's company. What you see here is what goes on at the house.
The Love Project. So you guys have the album and the CD.
Yeah, the CD is from the stories of the book. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's stories from the book. So we put them on the CD. We wanted to do a soundtrack. And just a lot of good love making.
What? This isn't gospel?
No, it's all love music. And David is throwing down, guys.
Really?
I finally got him in the studio after 20. You know, we started out singing together, and then he just kind of just abandoned me. He didn't want
Did the acting stuff?
Yes, acting and anything behind the scenes. He was like, "No, I'm doing paperwork. I'm handling the business." But I was like, "But you can sing," and he really showed up, and he's showing out honestly on this CD.
Well, wait a minute,
I'm gonna shake it for you. I'm gonna shake his bush for him.
Now, Dede, some of these titles.
What is it?
Good Love.
Good Love.
Yeah.
That's the single. Good Love is the single.
Make It Up.
Oh,
Let's go.
Well, you know,
Feels Like.
Yeah.
What it feel like?
Feel Like is a song that I'm singing to him. So we have some songs we're doing a duet, and then some songs we're singing to each other. And Feels Like is me telling him he makes me feel like I'm on top of the world.
Oh, nice.
I'm this perfect, this perfect girl. So it's like he makes me feel like everything.
We talking about all this singing. Can we get
I was
something?
getting ready to say that.
now, let me tell you one that we have on there. It's called I Love You. There's a chapter in the book called The Knock at the Door, and it was one of those times in the marriage that it was like, all right, this ain't gonna work.
Wow.
And so that's I Love
real.
You is my apology for. When I tell y'all what it is, it's like, ooh. I found out I had a child from a previous relationship 5 years into our marriage.
Okay.
And so it was like, how do you tell your wife this?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
It was a little ugly.
yeah,
It was a little
that's putting it light.
Okay, well then hold on. I hear what that one is, but this is Mason Jar. That's the title.
Mason Jar is me talking to him that I finally found a love that I could preserve.
Oh, see, I
Put some preservatives
I was
in
thinking
there.
of beer in a Mason jar. Look at where my mind is, girl.
No, and that's because tell them why. Because she felt at one time.
when I was growing up, I didn't really have boyfriends.
Okay.
Like people to really like love me for me. And after me and David was talking and doing the book, I was like, I kind of felt like I was a shadow chick. Like the only time that I would hear from a guy was like at night. Or he would come
That's
by at
interesting.
night.
Oh.
So it's like you was in the shadows. No one ever really knew that you was maybe talking to this person or been with this person. So
Well, Dede, you can relate.
I know, but guess what? Look at you now.
Look at you now.
I told him I'm glad it didn't work out
I
for
know
you.
it. All right. So again, everybody, we are talking to David and Tamela Mann. They have the book. It's called Us Against the World, and they also have the CD that is out. Like Michael Sean said, can you guys bless us, maybe even with a Christmas song or song from here? Anything?
I want them to go to Good Love. We'll do a little Good Love.
Okay.
Good love. Sometimes we get stuck on our own out of luck. Good love. To our vida swear you must listen. Communicate, but listen to one another.
Oh, that's all sweet.
Man, you got me ready to call a shadow chick.
And stay with her.
Yes,
Oh my gosh. So you can get the album and the book where?
Everywhere music is sold, everywhere books sold, Amazon, iTunes.
And we also did an audio version.
Oh,
Okay.
now the audio version.
Audible, or actually
Amazon book. You can get them anywhere. Now the audio, it's crazy.
It's because David, it's actually us reading the story.
And you just hear a lot of her laughing in the background.
wow.
Yes, well, I mean, but you really get to feel our hearts because we're actually, you hear us telling the story of our ups and downs, and that's one of the songs on the record as
You
well.
can just tell y'all really like each other after 30 years. Y'all
you
still
That's
really, you can just
amazing.
tell you where you get
I'm
along.
ready to go home right now and do
That's so
something.
great. That is so great. Christmas movie coming out as well, right?
It's out.
It debuted last week on TV One.
Okay.
Merry Wishmas starring Tamela Mann.
Okay.
And David Mann.
All right, so you had that Christmas movie is out. Then you also have the thing coming on TBN, this Christmas special.
Yes.
Yes.
And we're hitting the road
Bro, we
again.
coming
Madea's
back.
farewell tour.
That's
With
right.
our characters, Cora,
Yeah.
Mr. Brown, Madea, all of us, we're getting back together. We're going out
After
on the
about
road.
over 10 years we hadn't been together.
Wow.
So, and what's crazy is Tyler's texting me like now.
Wow, that must be nice.
Hold on, did you just say Tyler? Did you just
Drop
drop
the
the
name.
name, Mr.
Uh-oh.
Man?
That's good.
Oh,
That's
David
great
Mann,
work right there.
He dropped the
Yes.
name. Let's pick it up
Y'all
off the
ready,
floor.
ladies?
Pick it up.
No, I wouldn't name drop him. I'm serious. He's writing the show, so he's just throwing little ideas.
Oh,
So
really?
like, no,
You want to call him right now live on the air?
No,
We'll just-
I wouldn't do that. He would be mad at me.
You ain't gonna mess up that check.
Amen.
All right, before you leave, White Gary, our producer, wanted to give you just one more. Come on, Gary, before they leave.
Gary, you gonna
Bless
sing
us,
one more
bless
time
us.
for me?
What was the line I messed up?
He wants you to sing a duet with him. Come on.
Okay,
let's
come
go.
on.
don't do this.
I don't have much to bring.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
Take
No,
me to
that's
the
it.
Take me
Take
to
me
the
to the
That's the
king.
line.
Okay, ready?
Take me to the king.
Oh, Gary.
I don't have much to bring.
No.
My
My
heart.
heart is torn to pieces. It's my offering.
Why you going with her? You gotta stay at your
Hey.
level. Like,
I'll do
yo.
better
Lay
next time.
me at the throne. Leave me there alone to gaze upon your glory and sing to you the song. Please take me to the king.
Oh, Gary sound like the Bobby Brown of gospel.
He'd be the Bobby White.
Okay. Make sure you guys pick up the book, pick up the album Us Against the World. Give it up for David and Tamela Mann.
Thank y'all for having us.
Thank you for having
Get up and get turned up with Dede in the Morning.
We get wild up in